Hi guys, it's Brittany. So today's gonna be a dream time video, and I had this dream, I think maybe about 2 years ago, I believe. And so this dream that I had seemed like an alternate ending to the movie Titanic. And I know there is an alternate ending, but in this dream, it seemed like there was another alternate ending to Titanic. Um, and in this dream, the alternate ending of Titanic was this. It seemed like, what if Titanic didn't hit the iceberg? And if it didn't, then that means a lot of those people on the ship would have been spared and to live their lives, and that means they would have actually reached their destination to New York because that's where they were heading. And so I dreamt that they final that that they finally reached to New York and everyone was getting off. Everyone's getting off the ship, with their luggage and going with their families, friends, um, you know, their spouses, and I saw Jack and Rose. And yes, in this dream, Jack didn't die, and you know, his life was spared, and of course, even those other people on the ship as well. And now, when I saw Jack and Rose in the dream, it seemed like I was a friend of theirs. Um, and I remember because you know how Rose said that when the ship docks, that she's getting off with him. Now in the dream, that's what happened. Because when the ship did reach to New York, yes, everyone got off the ship, but everyone was alive and well and getting their luggages and getting going with their families, friends, and people that they knew, and and seeing that you know that everything seemed fine, everything was going so well. And so and that's exactly what Rose did. Her and Jack got off the Titanic together, and the thing is, she didn't even bother to go back with her mother, because, well, you know how her mother was. So because of that, let's just say she, instead of getting off the ship with her family, like how she got on the ship with them, this time, nope, she didn't got off the Titanic with her family or her very strict mother. Um, but this time she got off the ship with the one that she loves, and that's Jack. And and so yeah, when they got off, I can see that they were holding hands. And of course, I saw them like, oh, and I'm like, oh, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you. And so I remember them asking me, like, so where are you gonna be going? Like, are you gonna stay here in New York for a while, or where are you gonna go? And I'm like, well, I think I'm gonna go, but I hope you too, you know, I'm happy for you. And yeah, I remember telling them that I hope that that they have a good life together. And they're like, oh, thank you. And so after they walked by past me, they were still holding hands, and I could tell they were both very happy. And yeah, it seemed like seeing that made me think like, okay, they're finally gonna get a chance to be together and able to have a life together and all that. And of course, even when I was walking by, I can see everyone else that's getting off the ship. But of course, in the dream, everyone was alive and well. But and here's the thing: I remember feeling happy seeing that that everyone was alive and well in the dream. But sometime after that, the dream was over, and I woke up. Now, of course, when I woke up, I felt sad. I felt sad because one, that that didn't happen in real life, and of course, and because that didn't happen in real life, that also didn't happen in the movie. And so, yeah, and because when I came to realize of what really happened and how when I dreamt about this, that it was just all just a dream and that there's no alternate ending to the movie, nothing like that. And because nothing like that even happened in real life either, it's like, that just makes it more sad because a lot of lives were lost that day. And, um, and yeah, so, when that happened, now of course the woman and children, they got off fine, but they had to be separated by um those that were close to them, like fathers, um uncles, husbands, brothers, and so that's just sad knowing that even the men had to be left behind and that they died, um, like that. And it's just really sad to think about. And knowing that even with the movie, even though it's this fictional story between Jack and Rose, it's like at the same time, I think James Cameron, he wanted to stay true to what happened, and I think he just wanted to. I think he even pointed out that the reason why Jack had to die is so that way Rose would know. Um, what was it? What was the reason? I think he had to die so that way she can know like how important he was in her life when they met, and that so that way when she moves on with her life, that it's kind of like it's just one of those things where you'll never forget that person. And all of a sudden my video just went from color to black and white. How did that even happen? um well, it's getting dark in here, that's why. But so anyway, so yeah, when I heard that reason of why Jack had to die, so that way, because I think it's so sad not everyone gets to live, not even the good characters. Like no matter how good and nice the character may be, or how relatable they may be, it's like yet it's like not everyone gets to live up until the end of the movie, because even the good characters have to die. And I don't know, but honestly, it just makes me cry. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't cry at that part? But yeah, of course, as you guys know, the ending of what he says to her, and how once she realized that he was dead and she had to like literally let him go, and he just sank to the bottom. It's like, oh, that's so hard to watch. This is so sad. But yeah, now of course I love that movie, but to be honest, I also don't mind if I watch it even to have a good cry. But the thing is, I don't wanna cry right now, not unless if I wanna watch it. But yeah, that was the dream that I had, and let me know what you think of it. To be honest, I think that probably would have been a good alternate ending if they did show that, if they did show what could have happened, you know? And of course, let's just say, I don't know, to me, I think it also would have been nice if that never got to happen to those people in real life too, because since it did, it was so, it's just so tragic and it's just so heartbreaking. And because of that, it's like, I don't know. It's like that's just something, and that's just so sad to think about, you know. So I hope you like this Dreamtime video, and so yeah, that's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.